In high school, he was a 3-year MVP, region champion, and state runner-up in the 800 meters. He was the record holder for 800, 1600, and 3200 meters. In college, he was a 2-year MVP and 4-year academic all-conference honoree. He holds the 800 and 1500 meter dash record for Mercer University and is the 2003 Atlanta University Center champion. So what is he doing now? Keeping it moving.
My name is Michael Beatie, and running is my passion. It's my primary hobby. I generally run about at least 6 days per week. I've been running for about 12 years collectively. Had a few years of downtime, but 12 years competitively. During my downtime, I was in the Air Force, stationed in Grand Forks, North Dakota. It was winter about 8 months out of the year, so I did mainly indoor sports. I played a lot of basketball, did a lot of weightlifting, and I did some running, but not nearly the volume that I do now. The morning of a race, I usually eat very light. My nerves are a little, well, because of the anxiety, my body kind of reacts a little differently, and I can't eat as much because of the nerves. And I try to take at least an hour before the race to kind of relax, get focused, and to warm up. I generally race every 1 to 2 weeks when I'm in the critical part of the season. Other than that, probably like once every 1 or 2 months. My most memorable race was the finals at the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference Championship when I was in college. I got first in 800, so I was the conference champion. It was a very intense race where I was neck to neck with 5 other individuals during the last stretch of the race. So because of the intensity of it, because of the level of competition and the rivalry between some of the runners, it was very exciting, very challenging, and to be the winner was very monumental for me. My favorite recent race was the Market to Market relay. This is a 86-mile relay race between Omaha and Lincoln, Nebraska. It consists of 6 to 8 person teams, and roughly, I think around 150 teams competed in that. It was somewhat adventurous because each individual runs about 3 segments of 3 to 5 miles, and you run on back roads through different terrains and in different areas and different back roads. It was very exciting because it somewhat reminded me of a show called The Amazing Race, because you go from checkpoint to checkpoint, you have to use strategy. It's very exciting because of the intensity of it. In college, I ran for Mercer University when I was an undergrad for about 2 years. Then I ran for 2 years in grad school at Clark-Atlanta University. Since then, I now run for Team Nebraska Brooks, which is an elite development post-collegiate running club. Running for Mercer University was I gained a really good base for distance running because it primarily focused on cross country. So I did a lot of long distance races and training, built a lot of good endurance strength. At Clark-Atlanta University, the focus was primarily track and field. At Clark, I was able to improve my 800 meter and 1500 meter times. Running for Team Nebraska Brooks gives me a very competitive environment to run, and because I have other post-collegiate runners that I train with and a really good coach, and I get very good training when it comes to distance and speed. I run because I enjoy the challenge. I like to set goals and to achieve them. It also gives me an excuse to stay in shape. What motivates me is to when I accomplish the goal and just the challenge of improving what I can do physically and mentally. My proudest moment in high school was becoming the state runner-up my senior year and being a 3-year region champ. And in college, winning the SIAC championship in 800 was my most proudest moment during that time. And the most recent moment would be in New York at the USA Track and Field Club Nationals, where I got second in the 4x800 meter relay. One thing that I learned that was very important was how much the mental part of your race weighs in on your success.
Go with it, Mike. Man, you gotta pick it up, Mike. Stop playing.
You know, in the past, there are times when I would kind of doubt my endurance and I would hold back in the race, and then at the end of the race I realized that I had too much left in the tank.
There you go. Get your position, baby. That's the way. That's the way. Get up there, Mike. Good job. Racing, Mike.
Michael Beatie, Clark, Atlanta, and Robert Phillips from Georgia.
So I tried to focus on being more confident and pushing hard from the beginning, and I had more success that way.
Damn, baby, come on. You gotta get this. Kick, 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 kick. There it is. There you go, baby. Go get him, Mike. Go get him, Mike. That's the way. Yeah. Good job, Mike. Good job, Mike.
Michael Beatie from Clark, Atlanta. Brian Knapp from
That's the way, Mike.
Marcus Butler from the Citadel.
Well, currently, I actually am working through a hip injury right now. So this is probably the biggest setback I've ever had with running, because it's had me out for about 8 weeks. But right now I'm cross-training and just working on conditioning the best I can until I can get back out on the road again. My goals for 2010, initially I was hoping to improve upon what we did this prior year at the club nationals. Because of this hip injury that I have now, I have to kind of refocus, and I think I should focus more toward the cross-country season, because I may not be able to condition in time for the nationals in track and field. So my goal now is just to get back to the condition I was this past summer and to try to improve upon that, basically just recovering from the injury. My advice for new runners would be to take your time as you try to improve, to take stretching seriously and conditioning seriously. Over the years, I've learned the hard way that it's just as important to rest and to stretch and to allow your body to adapt to what you're trying to do. Forcing it will eventually lead to injury. And in the next couple years, I'd like to try to achieve my personal best in the 800-meter dash, the 1500. I'd like to just improve to the point where I'm performing better than I did in college, and to win the USA Track and Field Club Nationals in 800. And if I can accomplish that, then I would focus on trying to make the USA Nationals or Olympic trials, and then just try to sustain as long as I can at that level.
Just make it beat. Yeah, make it beat, yeah. Wait a minute. Here we go.
Okay. My name is Michael Beatie, and running is my passion. Been doing it for about 12 years, and I don't like that one. Hey, go ahead.
Circumstances can't monitor. When wisdom calls, I find the strength and I follow her. Really, I'm just reminiscing. I don't know what I do. If I hadn't came to the altar that day to know you, since then the trials have come and I've been off track. Getting to know the sun has brought the track back. See, God has been my Jehovah before I even knew. The only change has been knowledge of what you really do.